compression type HVAC system, Swit. Swit is an effective air conditioning system which improves the indoor air quality and thermal insulation in large enclosed areas. Both comfort and economy are increased. This is the new air conditioning system by Takasago Thermal Engineering Company Limited. Cold air is blown in from the top of the room and agitates the air volume within the space. This makes them diffuses and removes the heat from the tooling machines as well as the contaminants. This video illustrates the airflow from the nozzle of the mixing system. This video illustrates airflow from the Swit. Swit intake units are placed at floor level to take advantage of the cold air that naturally flows downward, and cold air slowly diffuses into the occupied zones, utilizing the characteristic rising of warm air. The heat and contaminants from the tooling machine are elevated to the upper portion of the room without any diffusion, and then exits through the exhaust vent located on the ceiling. The trace gas is released at the foot level to illustrate the contaminants. The airflow of trace gas is compared for the mixing system and Swit. Then the air is diffused throughout the entire room. On the other hand, Swit elevates the heat source and contaminants to upper parts of the room to rapidly clean the occupied zone. Warm supply air is released above the room and unable to reach foot level at the base. Contaminants and cold air remain in the lower parts of the room. The warm supply air is blown into the room and flows out above the room, and the cold air remains in the occupied zone. Cold air and contaminants which are at the base of the occupied zone are elevated to the ceiling, induced by the increased flow of warm air. The cold air which sits on the bottom is elevated to the above room by induction of increasing warm airflow. The Swit intake unit swirls the air which is blown into the room. Without the swirl action, air only moves towards the bottom of the room. With the swirl, air is moved slowly throughout the occupied zone, conditioning the entire space. By combining a number of swirls and increasing the amount of inductions of the surrounding air, the rate of diffusion of the intake air is increased. As a result, a compact intake unit is possible to compare. Without the swirl, the system can be compacted as the blowing area becomes 1/3 and the setting area is half. Swit only conditions air on the occupied zone, so the system is excellent in energy conservation. Also, the heat-reducing capacity can be designed to be smaller, resulting in reduced capital costs compared with the traditional mixing system. Swit is a perfect system for large enclosures such as factories. Other than factories, it is also suitable for gymnasiums, atriums, and exhibition spaces. By reducing energy costs, we want the air to be fresh and pleasant. Utilizing swirling flow action, Swit will deliver these requirements.